Okay, if you've been watching Mark reviews even for a couple of weeks, then you probably remember when I got a big box from Tanglewood Soap Company, and inside there were 9 bars of soap. This is handmade artisan soap. So initially I did an unboxing video, and you can go check that out if you haven't seen that. But initially I was going to try all 9 of those bars of soap and then give you one big comprehensive review of the soap and let you know what I thought of it. I'm still kind of going to do that, but I'm going to break it into 3 smaller videos, and here's the rationale behind that. If I do that, I don't feel like I can do justice to any of the individual bars and really give you a sense of what they are. So, without further ado, this is part 1 of what eventually will be a 3-part mini-series, I guess, on my reviews of the soap that I got from Tanglewood Soap Company. And I'm going to review them in the order that I like them, from the one I like the least to the one that I like the most. And this just happens to be the order that I use them in. Okay, so the first one here is Grand Isle, and this is the packaging that's left over. Okay, so this Grand Isle soap, distilled water, sodium hydroxide, lye, right? Most soap based on lye. Goat milk, coconut oil, rice bran oil, olive oil, shea butter, avocado oil, cocoa butter, tallow, castor oil, pecan oil, kaolin clay, mica colorants, fragrance oil, beach sand. And you might think to yourself, beach sand? Okay, why is there sand? Well, as a natural exfoliant, right? So if you ever walked along a beach and by the end of that your feet are just like really smooth, it's because the sand itself is scrubbing the bottom of your feet. It's like nature's pedicure, right? So you're getting all the dead skin and things off of your feet, and it kind of tenderizes them. Now, the reason of the 3 that I'm reviewing today that the Grand Isle soap is my least favorite is also, unfortunately, because of that sand. Now, bear with me, I made sure there's nothing gross clinging to this soap, but I haven't used all of it, so when it came, it was probably a little bit taller and definitely a little wider, so this is smaller than it is, but still, I'm still blown away. I love the artistry of the swirls of the different ingredients and things. But you can see, right, on top here, these aren't little bubbles, this is the sand. So if I can get it to focus a little better on that instead of me. Okay? So you can see that it's rough. And even as I'm going like this, listen. Okay? So it's pretty rough, and I've noticed it more in this layer, which is actually the bottom, right? So this is the top, this is the bottom. I've noticed it more down here, and I don't know if that's because as part of the process, when you're mixing the soap, the sand kind of settles to the bottom, but it's almost too exfoliating. So let me explain. Normally when you get something that's exfoliating at the store, you know, these artificial products, it's like, you know, this fake stuff, right? Like, and it's small, it's really fine, it's almost like a powder. So if you've ever used sandpaper, you have different grit strength. So the artificial stuff that's not actual sand is often, you know, like a teeny tiny grit. And this is maybe a rougher grit, almost like a medium sandpaper. So be careful on sensitive parts with this sand, because, you know, you can see the soap kind of wears away faster than the sand does, so you're left with kind of a rough layer on the bar. So if you're, you know, using this places where you don't want to use sandpaper, you may have a problem. That being said, I love the scent of this soap. The Grand Isle smells phenomenal, and of the 3, maybe my favorite. In fact, of the 9, this is one that popped for me because I wanted to try it because it smelled so good. So, something to be aware of. It works really well as an exfoliating soap. You know, my arms and things were really smooth, but there were some moments where I was like, ow, that's a little too strong. Okay? Personal preference. Maybe you want something that strong. Okay, my next favorite one, and this is one that I don't have the packaging for, so I think I threw it away, but it has many of the same ingredients, but it's called Blue Jean Blues. And in the thumbnail of this video, you'll see that it's, you know, kind of front and center, well, a little off to the right. But Blue Jean Blues is a soap that was actually provided to last year's Golden Globes awards show. So You know, a lot of times the celebrities will get kind of a gift basket, almost like a participation trophy. The winners get additional stuff too, and it's a chance for artisans like Pat to kind of showcase their stuff. And so she provided this soap for the Golden Globes, which is pretty cool. And I don't have much of this one left because I liked this one more, but again, look at the coloring in this, the swirls of all the different ingredients and things. Hardly anything left to this bar. Again, it was, you know, maybe about 3/4 of an inch thick, and you know, like the other dimensions are about what you would expect from a bar, but I like this one a lot. This has, of the three that I'm reviewing today, this one has the best lather. So the Blue Jean Blues has a great lather, and it smells like fresh linen, like fresh cotton almost. Now I say not fresh cotton, but the way that we've come to think of fresh linen and all of your, you know, all of your scented candles and things like that. This one smells like these towels are really clean, and I really like this soap. It has a good lather, nice and moisturizing, but it still rinses off. So unlike an artificial, like a Dove soap or something that you can't get the soap off, this one you can get off, but it leaves you feeling hydrated. So this one's a good solution. No exfoliating sand in this one at all. If you're going to get one bar of soap of the three that would be kind of universally appealing, it's probably this one. So if you're getting a bar of soap for someone and you don't really know what they like, you're getting it for your mom for Mother's Day or something, I recommend the Blue Jean Blues. Out of the three, again, that I've tried so far. Still have 6 more to go. Okay, the last and not least, because I still liked it, this is one that Pat has says is one of her most popular ones, and this is the sea salt bar. And all I have of this one is the package, because that's the one we used first. So this one, distilled water, sodium hydroxide, lye again, coconut milk, coconut oil, rice bran oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, Dead Sea salt, mica colorant, and fragrance oil. So this one is a much more subtle, I don't know how to describe it quite, it's almost like a very subtle, like almost if you go get a laundry detergent for someone with sensitive skin, so they cut way down on the fragrances and things. It's more subtle than the Blue Jean Blues. This one definitely has that clean linen scent. This one is like a hint of a scent. So this is a good, almost minimalist bar, the sea salt. You know, the salt itself, it was almost like a microabrasion kind of exfoliating salt, but not really, because it's water soluble, right? So just initially as you're rubbing it on, it was doing that. The one drawback to the sea salt, I think, was that the bar, as it got thin, it's a little more brittle, and I don't know if that's related to the salt, but you can see how thin this Blue Jean Blues is, right? If I turn it like that, you can barely see it. Okay, and I just dropped it. You can't do that with the sea salt. The sea salt one got to be, you know, 1/2 centimeter thick or something, and it started breaking. So it didn't crumble, but it broke into lots of smaller pieces. So it didn't really hold together. It didn't have that clumping moisture, you know, that a lot of bars of soap do. So you couldn't use it all the way down to the last little piece. This one started to break up and wash down the drain and things. So that's the one drawback of the sea salt. But I think of the three, it's the one that I like the most. I felt like my skin was the cleanest after using it. It was a good balance between moisturizing and kind of what I felt like was exfoliating. Just with that downside that it did crumble a little bit at the end. So again, if I'm going to make a recommendation for you based on how I like my soap, I think the sea salt is my favorite, then the Blue Jean Blues, and then the Grand Isle. If you're someone who likes exfoliation, then the Grand Isle is going to be your pick. If you're buying soap for someone else, I'd go with the Blue Jean Blues, because again, that one's kind of most similar to the feel of commercial soaps, but infinitely better than commercial soaps. That's pretty all-inclusive, and this video is bordering on 10 minutes now, and it's going to exceed that by the time that I'm done, so I apologize for that. But if you are in the market for, you know, handmade artisan soaps, I stand by my assertion from my unboxing video that these ones are phenomenal. They smell great, they look beautiful, and so far so good. I've used 3 of the 9. I expect that the rest will be just as good as these have been, if not better. Maybe I'll find something I like even more. But go check them out. I'll leave a link in the section below to where you can go find your own Tanglewood soap. Again, for my viewers, if you tell Pat that Mark Reviews sent you, so in the comments section in your purchase, leave Mark Reviews, you'll get a bar of soap free. So maybe you want to try out the Blue Jean Blues, you can get another bar of soap with that, and you know, go to town. Because you are a viewer of Mark Reviews, and thank you again, Pat, for that offer for my viewers. Okay, that's going to do it. I'm calling it right here. Subscribe to this channel by clicking over here, and then on this side, check out some of the other videos that I've done. And stay tuned to this channel for further reviews on the other 6 bars of soap in the coming couple of weeks. Thanks.